Hey there, you're watching the Dave Does channel. I am Dave Does, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction to Paradise Lost's Salvation. Yes, we're going to be dark and depressive in this festive season of when I'm recording this. So, obviously, if you're watching this in like a year's time after I've recorded it, or 6 months' time and it's in the middle of the summer, and I go on about how it's the festive season, it's not going to make any sense. But for right now, for this moment in time, it's what, 2 days before Christmas when I'm filming this. So yeah, we're going to check this out. Now, Paradise Lost is a band that I have various experiences with. They've had a huge catalogue with various stylization changes through the years. They've had a real return to form in recent times in the last few years with recent albums where they've really embraced their doom, the weight of doom that they were famous for in their earlier days. Long gone are the poppier synth based stuff that they did in the late 90s, early 2000s. Although, to be quite honest, some of that stuff I kind of enjoyed. So there was stuff of theirs I really enjoyed in that era, and I was never a big fan of the really early Paradise Lost stuff. It was just too guttural for me. So yeah, I'm going to look forward to see what this one's all about. So this is Salvation. Let's check it out. As always, the way I do the videos is I will watch it from start to finish, no pausing, no talking, and it will just be me watching the screen. I'm not an over-the-top reactor that kind of does loads of expressionisms and sort of pauses videos and goes, oh my god, what happened? I don't know why I went in a weird accent there. But what we're going to do is we'll play this video all the way through. So if you just want to know what I think about it, you can jump ahead 7 minutes. Otherwise, we can watch it all together. So let's do that. This is Paradise Lost and Salvation. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. Paradise Lost and Salvation. Lots to unpack there. So we're going to break it into two elements, the video and the song. So classic, we'll talk about the musical element first. So classic Paradise Lost there, big heavy doom. I love the fact you've got all an element of God Rest You Merry Gentlemen in the lead guitar lick. Slightly different tail off, but then down, 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 down. You've got that kind of line in there, which I thought was kind of cool to kind of throw that in there intentionally or not. There was another guitar line a bit later on the dun 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 dun. I was like, you're doing the Imperial March from freaking Star Wars in there. So yeah, so there's a couple of things in there that I kind of picked out from guitar melodies, which I thought was quite interesting. Obviously you've got Nick Holmes's guttural heaviness of vocals throughout the verses. I was really happy to see kind of like, what was it, around 3-4 minutes where the first real chorus kind of comes in, and you suddenly get this great clean uplifting but also sorrowful vocal from him with the low octaves as well, harmonization. Phenomenal chorus. Absolutely love when he goes into those vocal areas. Nick Holmes' clean vocals are brilliant. That's what I fell in love with back in the Draconian Times day, which is where I really got into them. But appreciated since then the more heavier side of his vocal delivery. But I was very much his rock vocals was what always got me into Paradise Lost. Beautiful guitar melodies throughout, just consistently all the way through. I would say, I mean, it got to the 5-minute mark and I kind of felt that's where the song for me would have finished, but obviously they had still more story. They wanted to come back into the track. They wanted to finish it off with another big chorus, which is understandable. But I think up until then, the video and the song had captivated me to the 5-minute point, and then it kind of did this almost semi-pause and then comes back in with this heavy, low guttural section, and I was like, I've kind of I realized at that point that my brain had just drifted off into a kind of second train of thought, and that's always a sign for me that the video has lost my attention or the song has lost my attention at that point, because my brain was almost going, that's the end point, that's your finishing point of the song. So you could have had a 5-minute version in that song and I would have been absolutely fine with that. But saying that, listening all the way to the end, it does make sense and it helps with the story and the narrative of the video to continue that far. Now let's talk about the video. It's definitely need to rewatch because I kind of was watching it, but I was also thinking about the music at the same time. So I really needed to spend some time looking at the words on the boxes. Feels like there's a bit of lore behind the story. About what's in the box and protective and the ceremony. So I think this is one of those videos which is great because it requires you to have repeat. You either need to have hidden knowledge about what the story is about, or you need a bit of rewatch to kind of unpick it. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the amount of time and effort that goes into a music video where you actually think about the story elements and you're thinking about the viewer. And not just trying to go for a quick fix of let's get a music video out or a visualizer or a lyric video or some other meaningless form of crap that bands seem to put out, which is one of the reasons I won't react to lyric videos and I won't react to visualizers. I will react to performance-based videos, but you don't get a huge amount of feedback on it because it's just performance-based. I'll probably talk more about camera angles and cuts and stuff like that versus actual band performing. I might talk about how close they were to the actual performance and how badly you can see people miming. But I much rather people take the effort and put it in, even if it's not the best quality video and it's home done, it's DIY, but if they've put the effort into the actually trying to take you on a story, I fully appreciate that from bands. So yeah, I really enjoyed this video and I really enjoyed this song. Paradise Lost and not putting out a band song in a long time, so thumbs up for me for Paradise Lost and Salvation. But let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Is there any period of Paradise Lost that you didn't like? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.